Hi, I'm Esther, and thank you for joining me once again on CyberSafety 101. Let's face it, hacks, breaches, and malware attacks are becoming more and more commonplace these days, and statistics back this claim up. Accenture estimates that 68% of business leaders feel that cybersecurity risk is increasing. In 2020, there was a 238% rise in cyber attacks on banks, also according to Accenture. There has been a 300% increase in FBI cybercrime reports since COVID-19. Although it may seem like all of those cyber attacks you've been hearing about are merely someone else's business, they can happen to anybody who uses the internet, even you. In lessons 1 through 7, we've been discussing how you can prevent these attacks from occurring, but nobody is perfect, cybersecurity experts included, so it's best to be prepared for the day the hack happens, if it does. I truly hope that none of you will ever have to go through the experience, but just know that it wouldn't be highly unusual if it did. Regardless, it's much better to be safe than sorry when it comes to cybercrime. First of all, how would you know if you have been digitally attacked? Here are some warning signs. Your contacts are getting emails or messages that you didn't send. There are suspicious emails in your sent folder, or your sent folder has unknowingly been emptied. There are items on your social media that you didn't post. You can't get into some of your accounts despite being sure that you've entered your login credentials in correctly. You are unable to access some or all of the files on your device, or even the device itself. If you think you've been hacked, immediately stop entering information onto your device, especially sensitive data such as passwords or financial information. This will prevent the criminal behind the attack from tracking and stealing this data, since that would make the situation even more serious, as you can imagine. Next, run a scan for viruses and other malware that could be at the root of the attack, using a trusted antivirus software. If you don't have one at the time of the attack, find a legitimate antivirus software and download it. The keyword here is legitimate. We don't want to be downloading so-called antiviruses that are actually malware in disguise. As I mentioned in Lesson 6, some tried and true antiviruses include McAfee, NortonLifeLock, Kaspersky, Bitdefender, Webroot, ESET, Nod32, that one's really hard to pronounce, and Malwarebytes. If you're downloading new antivirus software, or even if you have an antivirus already installed, be sure that it is up to date so that it will work as accurately and efficiently as possible. Once you have the security software on your device, scan your computer and delete any malware that is found. Then restart your device. If you need extra help at this point, be sure to contact a legitimate and official tech support. When your computer is fully restored, make sure to change the password for the targeted service, for example, your email account, and any other accounts that may have been compromised during the breach. If the passwords affected were reused for other sites, change those as well, but hopefully this shouldn't be the case because you already know a lot about safe password hackers. Okay, that was terrible. After you've completed the steps I just mentioned, it's time to recover your account. Many major online service providers have tools available to help you restore your accounts after they have been breached. I've included some links on our website that will take you directly to the account recovery pages for Google, Apple, Facebook, Microsoft, Yahoo, and Twitter. If the company or service you need to get access to isn't on this list, run a quick search using the service's name plus account recovery and you should be able to find the site you're looking for. When you've gotten back in, check that all of your account settings are correct and secure. Also ensure that your financial records are completely accurate and that nothing has been manipulated or stolen.
Last but not least, spread the word. This may seem embarrassing to do at first, but don't worry. This is a necessary step to ensuring the safety of those who may have been affected by the hack. Let's say that the cybercriminal gained access to your email account and sent out phishing messages to all of your contacts. After you get your account back, should you warn them? If you answered yes, then you're correct. since you probably wouldn't want, say, your friends and family to have to go through the same experience that you did. Or at least, I hope not. People directly involved or affected by the hack are not the only ones who should be notified of the attack. Those who are trying to stop cybercriminals should be as well. IC3, or the Internet Crime Complaint Center, and the Federal Trade Commission are some places where you can file reports. You can also forward phishing messages to Anti-Phishing Working Group at reportphishing@apwg.org and phishing texts to spam or 7726.
Phew! Now that your device has been successfully restored, you can relax a little. After all, you never know when something like that may happen again. To finish up this video, I'm going to go over a quick recap of what we learned in this lesson. Today, we learned about some of the actions that you should take if the hack ever happens. Here are the steps. 1. Refrain from entering sensitive information into your device. 2. Scan your device using a trustworthy antivirus software. 3. Restart your device. 4. Change any affected passwords. 5. Recover your account. 6. Thoroughly check your account settings and financial records. 7. Spread the word. Remember that if a hack does happen, it's nothing to be ashamed of, only something to learn from. But of course, it would be even better if you can try your best to prevent the hack from happening in the first place by utilizing some of the tips you've learned so far on CyberSafety 101. Okay, that's it for today. Per usual, you can find the quiz on our website or at this link right below. And I'll see you when we meet again for lesson
8.